You are now watching Fourth and Inches.
I don't talk to him. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to them boys that sat on them benches, boy. I was in the game on 4 inches. Coach put me in the game on 4 inches. Put me in the game on 4 inches. Coach put me in the game on 4 inches. And I'ma lead them boys at the line of scrimmage.
Speaking of this off season, conference realignment, you know, the Big Ten then added Oregon, Washington, USC, UCLA. The Big 12 has added, hold on, let me make sure I don't get this wrong now. They added Houston, Cincinnati, UCF, and somebody else for this season, but I can't never remember the other one. And then next year they're gonna add Arizona, Arizona State, Utah, and Colorado, which is gonna lead the Pac-12 with 4 teams. The Big 12 gonna come up to 16. The Big 10 going to 18. The NCC, of course, is adding Texas, Oklahoma next season. Gonna take them to 16. The ACC is holding on for dear life. What's your thoughts on conference realignment, man?
I don't like it.
Why not?
I
Why
don't,
you don't like the super conference?
I don't like it because it's breaking years and years of tradition, man. I like to be against all these other squads playing from different conferences. It ain't gonna be fun. I mean, winning is fun, but I can't brag about beating Texas and they're just another SEC team now. Instead of us saying, you know what I'm saying, we SEC the best, you know what I'm saying? Like how we brag on the Big Ten and the SEC and the ACC, you know what I'm saying? But now you got all these teams joining these conferences. After a while, it's gonna only be about 4 conferences. Then you're
That's
gonna have this.
exactly what it's about to be.
It's gonna be the same teams getting in the playoffs every year, with the exception of maybe one or two surprise teams, and that shit just gonna suck.
So only thing about that is it's already been pretty much the same 4, 5 teams getting in the playoffs every year. And they expanding the playoff to go from 4 teams to 12.
Mm-hmm.
So when they go to 12, you're gonna end up with basically 4 SEC teams, 3 or 4 Big Ten teams, and then everybody else.
Yeah, it's
Like
pretty much Alabama, Georgia, probably LSU. I'm gonna lock them.
Tennessee.
Tennessee possibly, and then you got Michigan, Ohio State. That's gonna be in there. Oregon probably be in there. Clemson. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty much gonna be predictable.
I mean, it's already that though. You know what I mean? Like only thing about going to the 12 team playoff though is to me, you're gonna get a lot more upsets than people give it credit for. Because
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot in there.
like for example, TCU made the playoff last year, beat Michigan in the first round, and went to the championship game. So did they belong to be there? Yeah, they belonged in the playoff. However, you run that same scenario back, and they got to play, I don't know, LSU in that first round, and then turn around and play Clemson or Florida State in the second round. Like you might not make it to that Final Four at that point.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it's I ain't
that's
gonna say
another
it's
thing about the playoffs. Not to cut you off,
go
but at
ahead.
first they say the 4 best teams get in, then it's the 4 most deserving. So is it the 4 best or the 4 most deserving?
Both. They gonna say both because okay, if like last year, Alabama lost 2 games, but they struggled in 4 other games. So are they really the best team? Maybe,
I pick
but
them TCU.
that's what I finna get to though. But we all feel like they were better than TCU. But how you
Exactly.
justify putting an Alabama team They got 2 losses and 4 other struggle wins over a TCU team that only got 1 loss.
Look at the level of competition. Get
Yeah.
TCU Alabama schedule and let's see what they record.
They was in a Power 5. They was in a Power 5 conference. So you have to respect it.
I can't respect that.
I mean, I don't either. But what I'm saying is,
I mean, I
if
get
this
what
the
you
way,
saying.
yeah, like if this is the way we're gonna set it up, then that's the rules we got to play by.
Yeah, I feel like that's. I don't think I think they're putting in the 4 most deserving. Oh, TCU ain't. They only lost 1 game to such and such, and
Kansas State, a team that they had already beat.
yeah, and then we play Kansas State and thrash them.
Did what you were supposed to do.
See, that's what's expected because it's who Alabama.
Yeah, but it
You
was
want
expected
to
against Texas,
say
Texas
you want to say
A&M.
TCU is supposed to thrash them?
I mean, to be fair, nobody expected TCU to do nothing. They weren't even ranked at the beginning of the season last year.
I ain't expect TCU to go to the playoff to the championship game and get blowed out 66-7. I mean
Man,
65-7 and make history as the team that got beat the worst in the playoff era.
no, not the worst in the playoff era. The worst in a bowl game ever, ever. They've been playing bowl games over 100 years, I think.
Exactly. Them folks ain't finna put TCU back in there.
Of course not.
So many people was pulling for the underdogs. TCU. It's TCU. They the underdog. They could do it. They could pull off the upset. All it's gonna take is this. Them alls ain't. Their best chance to win that game was when the ball first got kicked off to start the game. After that, it was out the window.
TCU had the ball down 17-7, and they were driving. Had they went and scored a touchdown right then, the game might have been different. But they weren't able to score. Georgia got the ball back and scored, made it 24-7, and it was over with at that point. It was no longer a close game at that point. Like, and I don't just mean the score. I mean like TCU was already overmatched. It looked like their team just quit. Like,
Yeah, like they were
period.
playing scared. They hadn't lost. They had done quit in their head. They had done quit. So that's why I say it ain't even necessarily got to be Alabama. It could have been the same thing with LSU. When y'all was playing LSU, y'all was beating LSU. The second half, the boys came back out fighting. You know what I'm saying? TCU didn't have
Exactly.
that fight. They had to lay down and quit. So that's what I'm saying. That TCU was not one of the best teams. If that would have been TCU versus LSU in the championship game, y'all everybody would have picked LSU to beat TCU too.
Absolutely.
TCU was one of the most deserving teams, but not one of the 4 best teams. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no, I agree with everything you're saying.
Deserving, yes. Deserving, yes. But one of the 4 best, no.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right.
I don't talk to him. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to them boys that sat on the benches for. I was in the game on